it's not a great market right now, but you seem very calm, so I'm not that worried. They're calling it the Greexit. Are we going to see an exit of Greece out of the Eurozone? And if so, I mean, we can anticipate a lot more red across the board. Is that right, Greg?
Certainly, if you see an exit, I still don't think that will happen, an exit for Greece. I think the consequences, people don't realise the significant consequences of that, because, you know, at that stage there's no, if Greek debt is redenominated into their currency, there'll be a 50% haircut immediately, at least. And, you know, there's still a lot of the global, the European banks that hold Greek debt. So, you know, people are saying that Greece will exit the euro, and that I think that will be a very, very serious situation.
Yeah. Okay, so how's this going to affect us? I mean, we're sitting at a level where, yes, we're under pressure today. We've got a weakening local currency across the board. Stocks coming under pressure. The top 40. We've got SAB and British American Tobacco, you know, on the top 40 front in positive territory.
Yeah. Well, SA Breweries, obviously, the rand, you know, the pound exchange rate over 13 to the pound. There's a lot of talk that SA Breweries is in the market to bid for an Irish brewery, CNC. So that is keeping, but of course the weak currency is certainly helping stocks like breweries. That didn't help the miners, because you know, at the moment mining is not the flavour of the month.
Absolutely. Is it the flavour of the month for you though, Greg?
Well, look, we think, you know, that mining shares offer some value. If you look at Anglo American, it is cheap. If you look at BHP Billiton, but you know, at the moment there's no logic to any of this action. People are just you know, running scared, worrying that China will you know, go into a hard landing, worrying that you know, Greece will come out of the euro, and that, you know, will. So people are running scared at the moment.
Let's touch on some of the numbers out today. We've got Lonmin basically almost at the bottom of the top 40, down just over 4%. The Goldfields also under pressure, down 4.25%. Lonmin out with some numbers today, not looking that rosy, but overall Platinum not looking good.
Platinum's not in a good space at the moment. Hasn't been for a while. It's, you know, they've had, besides all the strike action, the price of platinum has come down quite significantly, and also it's a metal that's very much dependent on global growth. Although things are looking reasonably well in the US, Europe is still in the doldrums. That's where you find more diesel cars than you do in the States, and you know, there's no growth there at the moment, so the platinum, whole platinum industry is really under the whip. But
would you want exposure to platinum right now, Greg?
Well, I think if you don't have any exposure, I don't think platinum's going to do much until we see an increase in the European economy.
What about construction? Railbeck's out with some numbers today, and still headline earnings under pressure, but you know, margins are even lower, but we're seeing revenue increasing there. Would you want exposure right now, or would you pick very carefully?
I think you need to pick carefully. We in that space, we like Wilson Bailey Homes is our preferred pick. We do like that. I don't know if I would want to be exposed to somebody building roads at the moment, because you saw what happened with the toll, the e-tolling. So you know, I think it's going to be a while before that. There are some projects under the go. The municipalities are talking about, you know, improving some of the roads, building new roads, but
not too much of a good story.
Yeah, if I'm going to go into construction, I'll go with the
WBHO. Astral very quickly down 17% on headline earnings per share for the first half.
Yeah, problem with Astral, of course, the maize price has been going up. It's dollar based, so as the rand gets worse against the dollar, that's tough for them. They can't really pass on those costs to their customers. At the moment, there's also a huge amount of imported chicken coming into the country, so things are pretty tough with them, and they've warned that the next 6 months will probably remain tough.
Fantastic, Greg. We have to leave it there, so thank you so much for joining us.